guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Jeff Cordetti with Cordetti Motorsports, and today's episode we're just going to be reviewing my Simoniz 5.5 horsepower pressure washer from Canadian Tire. I purchased this on a clearance sale and it was kind of the display model, and so I just bought it off the shelf the way it was. So there's a couple little things missing, but because I got it at clearance pricing, I decided that that was the best way to go because they were all out. It's a very popular model and it has some really good packed features that I want to show you guys and to demonstrate how it works and the benefits of having a gas-powered pressure washer. Now, of course, gas-powered isn't for everybody, depending on what your requirements are. A lot of general household use and just entry-level use, you can get away with electric power washer. However, if you're going to use it and you need a little extra cleaning power, the gas power is something that you might want to consider. It does offer a little bit more flexibility and definitely a little bit more power. Keep in mind though, these aren't good for, they're not meant for use indoors. The gasoline powered, obviously carbon monoxide poisoning is an issue. So if it is indoors or you're going to be power washing floors in shops and garages, you might want, if it's a ventilation isn't available, you might want to stick to a electric power washer, which they have a full wide range of choices to suit your needs. So again, just go online and look it up at online at Canadian Tire, which is really good. They have a lot of other people who do reviews, and so you might find something that will suit you. But anyway, this is going to be basically this video. We're going to look at some of the features, we're going to inspect it, we're going to set it up, and then we're going to use it and I'll show you the strength on it. We're going to be washing my 1976 Bricklin, so once I'm in action, we'll be able to see this in action. So why don't we come around a little bit closer, we'll look at some of the features, we'll inspect it and make sure that we operate it according to the owner's manufacturer's specifications, and also what type of oil I personally like to use and what oil it calls for, and make sure that we are abiding by the manufacturer's suggested maintenance schedule, fuel requirements, and everything like that. So let's dive in here and take a look at my new Simoniz 5.5 horsepower gas-powered pressure washer. Okay, everybody, here it is. Let's go over some of the features. Now, a couple safety notes. You are working with chemicals, namely engine oil and gasoline. So always, safe practice, adhere to the, manufacturer's suggested handling and specifications, and also read all the warning labels on the vehicle or on the unit itself, just so that you're not going to, serve any injuries or damage to the machine. So there's care and attention is always, needed. So here's one big important thing. This is the muffler. It'll definitely get hot after a few minutes of usage. You don't want to touch or lean or keep anything close to this. It could burn, catch fire, and cause damage and even death in some cases. So always read the warning labels. Anything in red you want to pay attention to. Here's the dipstick where I'm going to add the motor oil. Now, this motor oil I'm going to use is 10W30. We're going to go into a little bit of discussion on what oil I'm going to use with this machine. Also, here in the front, this is basically your valve cover, your head valve cover. Nothing to use on that one there. It's just to inspect and adjust. But if you have it by normal, usage, you shouldn't really be going in there. This is the spark plug, and here is the carburetor and the fuel bowl. What you do want to look at is take a peek on the inside with the filter. These will get dirty over time. Again, check your owner's manual for correct replacement and inspection. You don't want to keep anything, again, to plug it, block it, or have it exposed where there's no engine protection, because it could dust your engine. You could get debris in there, and that could cause, your engine not to last as long as it wants. Also, this is your choke. Take a look at it, make sure it's operating. I'm not sure if you could see it in there. It's basically allowing for cold startups. Again, for your specific machine, make sure you adjust check the owner's manual. So it says basically air cleaning maintenance up here. Just read it, look at it, make sure you abide by the manufacturer's suggestion. And here's the on-off switch. This is just to turn it off. If we go underneath, we're going to find this is for the foam cannon, or if we're going to have an extra source of what's it called, soap, that'll go in there. And then this is the pump and where the hoses will attach. The other hose, the garden hose, will attach on the other side. And of course these nice beautiful wheels. Really got not much to it. This is the pull cord, and this is where you're going to put your fuel. So fuel goes last. Always fuel up. No smoking. Do it outdoors in very well ventilated areas, and again away from any heat source or sources of ignition. And up here, it's basically our pressure washer attachments that'll do different types of pressure outlets. So we'll go test them all and we'll see how good it is. And then we've got the gun and everything else. I got to take some of the packaging away up there, which is not a problem. So let's go in and start putting fuel in here, and also we're going to fill it up with oil, and I want to talk a little bit about the motor oil in it, because so everybody, this is the engine oil that I use in all my vehicles, including the Bricklin. So I use Mobil 1 for many reasons. It's a good high quality motor oil, and all the premium brands like Corvette Callaways, Corvettes, when Shelby was building the turbo Mopars of the 80s, they were always using Mobil 1. They found that it helped reduce heat buildup and sludge buildup in their laboratories. Mobil 1 always had a really good name to it and was surpassing supercar standards. So, do you need supercar standards in, your power washer? No, you need just good, clean 10W30 oil or 5W30 oil, as the manufacturer suggests. I just like to run it. It's just a security. I buy one grade of oil and all my machines get it. I no longer use ethanol, so I use a 91 or grade higher. I'm going to be using a Mobil Gas 91 grade. It contains less than 10% ethanol. If you look at the gas cap here, it'll say on it, max 10% ethanol. So it can contain up to 10% ethanol in your regular unleaded. The less, in my opinion, the better. So I try to eliminate ethanol altogether, especially when this machine isn't going to be, the power washer is not going to be used in the wintertime, where it's going to have generally less usage. I don't want to gum up the carburetor with the negative effects of ethanol, because it will, over time, deteriorate your fuel system. Okay, everybody, as you can see, I dropped a lot of oil while my funnel that I've been using, this type of funnel, wasn't really fitting all that great in there. You might want to consider a small, nice, thin one that can go up a little bit high, rather than, make a 90-degree dump in there. It just kind of fell over, and I had to do it really slowly. So guys, take your time with this. Add it little by little. Don't over add, otherwise you'll have to take the oil out. It's always better to under add and then just keep checking and adding a little bit as you go through. So all the oil's in. This is what it should look like. Keep everything nice and clean. And the dipstick should have the oil right at the high level. And always check before use, right? You don't want to have that problem where there's not enough oil in it. It can seize up the engine and destroy the motor. So take your time in this department. Like I said, buy some good, clean oil. Fill it up nice and slowly, and check before use, and then clean up your area once you're done, because I spilled a little bit of oil. But anyway, that's why I put this mat here. It was a good call, and always work neatly and safely. So let's go fuel this guy up and take it on its maiden spray journey. And its first one is going to be washing a 1976 Bricklin. So it's got a treat that I'd love to see it. And of course, I'm going to go through all the pressure attachments and show you which is which one that you need for the type of job that you want. Okay guys, let's hit it up and get the demonstration. Okay guys, I got the choke running, I got the choke on. I got everything ready to go, so let's pull her start. Once it's run for a bit, we'll take some of the chokes off and let her run and give her a whirl. Well, like I said, it's got to get gas at the carburetor. Here we go. Excellent. So now that it's running, let's go and test the pressure. So that's the first one. It's the white one. Really nice spray. I'll probably use that on the car, which will work good. So now we're going to try the yellow one. So this one's a bit stronger. As you can see, it's not bad. Now we're going to check the green one out. Check the black one. It's all plastic. Oh, nice. This one allows gentle, so it's probably good for this. And now we're checking the red one. So we'll see how this one works. Oh, wow. And we're back to the white one now. So I'm going to use the white one to wash the Bricklin. And yeah, guys, let's go test it out, and then I'll give you my review on the 5.5 horsepower Simoniz Pressure Wash. Stay tuned. Well, guys, there you go. There's the Simoniz 5.5 power 173cc pressure washer, available at Canadian Tire. Very happy with the performance so far. Of course, this is the first time using it. Very easy to use. I'm gonna go check the oil, clean it all up, put it away properly so you know it doesn't get broken and abused, and it'll give me years of service. So if you're in the market for a gas-powered pressure washer, I highly give my thumbs up to the Simoniz lineup. I believe there's a whole bunch of different models that range from different pressure points and price points. So again, choose the one that would suit your needs. This one is good all around the house, from your vehicles to doing engines to sidewalks. There's endless amount of usage for power washers. So again, if you need that extra little bit of cleaning power, a little bit more durability, I would suggest getting a gas powered one versus an electric. That's just me and my opinion, but my usage is a little bit more heavy duty. So again, am I happy with this, guys? So far, yes. It's ease of use, it's not too loud, and it's easy to operate, and again, it should offer years of service if I look after it properly. Of course, I'll give some in-depth review after a few usage, and keep watching the channel for updates on other products. I'm going to be doing the whole Simoniz car detail lineup very shortly, so watch for those future episodes. If you're new around here, give it a like. If you like what you see, definitely join in and subscribe, hit like and all that other fun stuff, and share it with your friends. And again, if you have any technical information, just give me a shout. Maybe I'll know something about the machine that might be playing you up. So guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Cordetti Motorsports. I'm your host, Jeff Cordetti, and it's been a blast.